Hi, my name is Brooke, and I'm with the United Spinal Association Pathways to Employment program. Have you thought of returning to work, but you are not quite sure how to write a cover letter? Maybe you have already finished your resume, but now the cover letter is daunting. In this video, I will give you the step-by-step on what a general cover letter needs and how to write a good one. There are many types of cover letters, but I will show you how to write a general cover letter. The cover letter is not as hard as you might think, as it should flow with the resume itself. So let's get started. Tip number 1, a cover letter should not be a repeat of your resume. The purpose of the cover letter is to get the person hiring to read your resume, so it should highlight the most important information in your resume. It's like the introduction, just grabbing the reader's attention so that they become interested and want to know more about you. This is where the resume comes in. It will then detail what your cover letter highlights. Tip number 2. A cover letter should have between 3 and 5 paragraphs. However, 3 paragraphs should really be more than enough to get your point across. 3 paragraphs will also make your cover letter feel more concise and easier to scan or read. Tip number 3. The cover letter is similar to the objective in the resume, as it changes with the specific job position to which you are applying. So if you are applying to 2 different job positions, the cover letter will change slightly to cater to each one. Keep in mind that you can still use the same template for each letter. So what actually goes into each paragraph? Paragraph number 1. This is where you express your intent and enthusiasm for the job position. State why you are writing and what the specific job position is that you are applying for. Then you might express where you heard of the job opening just to help the reader have a fuller picture. Paragraph number 2. This is where you express why you are interested in this position and why you are a great fit for the position. You can share some of your skills or experiences, whether it be from work, volunteer, or community experiences. If possible, try to include a story or example about yourself for you to stand out to the employer. Stories help the reader to really remember you. Paragraph number 3. This paragraph is where you state that your resume is enclosed and you can share your desire to meet with the employer for an interview. Be sure to include your contact information where you can easily be reached and mention that you will follow up within the week to confirm that they received your resume. Then you simply thank them for reading your letter and share that you look forward to discussing with them your qualifications further. Then use a professional closing such as sincerely or best regards. Now I want to share some best practices. Best practice number 1. Address the individual you are sending your cover letter to by their last name, for example, Mr. or Miss Smith. You can search LinkedIn or Google to try and find the specific person's name, and if you cannot find it there, you can call the company and ask for the name of the individual. This is important and makes the letter look much more personal. It shows that you did your research to find out what their name is. However, if you have searched and searched but still cannot find their name, then that's okay. At this point, you can address the letter to the position that is doing the hiring. For example, Dear Human Resources or Production Manager. Best practice number 2. Be sure that your cover letter does not talk about what the job can do for you. Instead, make sure the focus is on what you can bring to the job, what you can do for the employer. For example, don't talk about how you like the job or why you want it. The interviewer wants to know about what you will do for their company. Best practice number 3. Be sure to read through your cover letter multiple times. You may want to write it, then come back to it the next day to give yourself a break and return refreshed and ready to edit. Then have a trusted, but also your most straightforward friend or family member proofread your cover letter. They will have fresh eyes and may have different ideas to improve it. Best practice number 4. Look for errors in your grammar. A good way to do this is to read the letter from the bottom to the top and from right to left. Because this is so backwards from how we normally read a paper, it causes our brains to really focus and find the errors within the paper. You can also have your computer read the document to you. If you have never used your computer's screen reader before, you may have to set it up. However, if you search for the instructions on Google, it is a very simple process for both a Mac and a PC. If you own an Apple computer, you can use the default setting and press the Option plus Escape buttons after highlighting what you want it to read. If you have a PC computer, then you could use the tool called Narrator, and once it is all set up, all you have to do is press Narrator plus Control plus R to have it read for you. These variations may differ depending on the computer you use and how the programs are actually set up. But overall, hearing the letter being read to you can help you notice mistakes that you might have otherwise missed. And finally, best practice number 5. Stay away from writing in a way that is too familiar, humorous, or cute. You want to maintain a professional image, and it is very important to still show your personality, but in a more professional way. That's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in to United Spinal's Pathways to Employment program. We are here to help you return to work.